Hi Manu. Hi. How are you?
Hi Soumya, good, good. How are you?
I'm
Been a
absolutely
long
fine.
time here.
Yeah. It's so nice to see you after such a long time.
Thank you, thank you. We've been in talks for quite a while, but मिलना नहीं हो पाया है. Hopefully
हाँ,
soon वो भी होगा.
absolutely. First of all, let me just thank you for taking out time for this interview session. I really thank you so much.
My pleasure, yaar. I'm really glad what you're doing. It's really good, and I hope your YouTube family grows and grows and grows.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. Please tell my viewers about yourself. Where exactly are you from?
Okay, so basically, I was born in Delhi itself, and right now I reside in Ghaziabad. So I've been in and around Delhi NCR itself. And of course, I have known Swami for quite a while, and we were actually batchmates back in Picasso when we were doing our undergrad. So we were in Delhi together for about 3 years. I'll just pick up the journey that I've had from Picasso moving forward. So I did my undergraduations from Delhi in what was it? BSc in multimedia, right? In
Animation.
BSc in animation and multimedia. Yeah. So once I completed my bachelor's from there, then I had about a 1 year break in which I did a lot of freelance. So 1 year I was just working for myself. I picked up a lot of freelance. My freelancing started even in Picasso itself. From the third year itself, my freelancing started. After that, I moved to UK where I did my master's in 3D animation in Bournemouth University. And after completing that for 1 year, I moved ahead and I did a job in a small animation studio over there in UK itself.
Okay.
It was a really good experience. The entire team within that studio was 4 people, so really small, really interesting. You have a lot of responsibilities. You cannot just go to a small studio like that and just stick to one segment. You need to know multiple stuff. So I worked in that studio for about 1 year. After that, I got a really good opportunity and I started working in Ubisoft.
All right.
So I was there for around 1.5 years. I worked for the original Watch Dogs. I worked for the original Crew game that they have. So again, really good contrast, really good experience. Starting off from a really small studio and then being a part of a very big team where we are working with teams sitting in Canada and France, and yeah, really good experience. I really I was amazed by how people over there give ownership of work to you. They do not spoon feed you. So it's really good if you can tackle that. If you cannot tackle that, then it gets quite difficult because uh, the culture there is not really to spoon feed. So they expect a certain level of professionalism and skill set from you.
Hmm.
So that it started off as a struggle for the first 1 year, 1 month, 2 months because I was new for the gaming industry as well. But after that, it really got interesting, and the exposure that we received over there was amazing as well.
All right.
So after that, once the project of Watchdog completed, I moved on to the crew. And after that, they gave me an option to either they can transfer me to Ubisoft Pune, and the other option is that I just have to leave. The reason is that they have some visa limitations over there. So I at that point, Ubisoft Pune was not really that much into games, and I have been. I love games. I play a lot of games, but that wasn't my passion. I really wanted to go into films and video based segment as a priority, and then the games were secondary. So I thought that I am definitely not going to Ubisoft Pune because they were doing a lot of mobile games, and I'm really not into that. So I
Okay.
don't think so. I would have had the passion. Right now, they're doing quite well. They're working on really good games in Pune as well. But at that time, it wasn't the case. So uh, I always had a requirement to work for myself. I really wanted to absorb all the experience in a job, but I always had ambition to start something of my own, and that started off from my freelance days itself. So I thought that point was a really good point to start something for myself. So once I left Ubisoft, I actually went and lived in Turkey for about 7, 8 months. I have a really close friend there,
Where?
with whom Turkey, Istanbul.
Achha.
So I was there for about 7, 8 months. I actually started a studio over there. The studio's name is Farland Studio. We worked in quite a few commercials, so a lot of exposure in a new market, really amazing market. But after a certain period of time, it really, me and my partner, who I'm really in good touch right now, we had different paths in mind for the company, which it didn't quite work well. So we parted ways in a very healthy way. Again, this is something that I really want to explain to everyone, is that there is a personal life, there is a professional life. And it's a very big cliche in a very different tangent. But what I'm trying to say is that we should know how to keep it separate. There is always possibilities in which you're working with a very close friend, with a very close colleague, but in a professional life, they have a different trajectory that they want to follow, or they have another ambition. So it's always good to take it healthily and just see what is good for you. So after that point, I left Istanbul. I came back to India. I was in a soul searching phase for about 2 months, in which I wanted to see what I should do next. One is to start a business again, but again, starting a business it's quite draining. You need a lot of time and bandwidth mentally to start something again. So for a couple of months, I thought what to do, but after a certain period of time, I thought that we should try it in India. So I started off another company in India.
Okay.
And that was more based on virtual reality. The name was VR Creatives. It was with an investor. And over there I worked for about 2.5, 3 years. And then I started something completely of my own. VR Creative was with the investor. Right now I have started Dreamstart Interactive, which is completely my initiation. And right now we are quite a lot into commercials, into product videos, into virtual reality. We are getting into augmented reality as well. And it is still a baby. We are trying to make it grow and make it, we are trying to have a bigger spotlight at it. We have a very small spotlight on it right now.
But I must say that after seeing the work that you are doing, this is absolutely commendable. You're doing a fantastic job, Manu. Congrats to you and to your team.
It is more to my team right now. It is a struggle to get a good team. It is a struggle to keep them together. So I'll take the credit for that. But all the good quality work that is coming out is ideally my team. And I really thank them. It's a very organic team. In a small new studio, it gets very organic. A person who joins in, they take multiple roles. There's a lot of people who leaves, who joins. But a very good team spirit, a very good talented set of people. And I'll take the credit in keeping the team together, but the good work is entirely done.
And Manu, could you please tell my viewers what exactly Dream State is all about? What do you deal with?
So we actually we deal with marketing team, with brands, and we create content for commercial purposes. So
Okay.
I really don't want to call ourselves a commercial production company or something like that, because we do quite a lot of virtual reality as well. We are trying to get into augmented reality as well. So what I would like to say is that we provide visual solutions to our client to sell their concept better, in a nutshell.
Manu, then according to you, what exactly are the specific things that the fresher or the student after leaving the campus is missing in his or her portfolio?
Okay. एक चीज इंडिया में जो मैं बोलूंगा, that is it's a very level playing field in the sense कि काफी सारे institutes and काफी सारे colleges हैं जो same चीज पढ़ा रहे हैं. तो जब भी कोई कॉलेज से निकलता है they are exactly in the same level, right? I'm not talking about skill level. Skill level varies of course, but I'm talking about what you can see in a CV. तुम CV में ये नहीं देख सकते कि कितना अच्छा आर्टिस्ट है, उसके लिए पोर्टफोलियो अलग चीज है, but for the CV you cannot see that. I would say one thing that really makes a person stand out is something that he has but others don't. So when I'm saying this is that मैं काफी CVs देखता हूँ, मैं काफी interviews लेता हूँ, तो there are many students who mention that they have participated in this competition, they have won in this competition, they have come third in this competition, they have been published in this book, they have been published in that magazine. So that really stands out. If you have a long list कि तुमने MSc यहाँ से किया, BSc यहाँ से किया, 10th यहाँ से किया, it really doesn't help us, right? So try to make yourself stand out in a it's very sad to say that कि हम उतने डेप्थ में नहीं देख पाते हैं कि CV को स्टैंड आउट करना पड़ा है, पर you need to understand कि जब भी कोई किसी को हायर करता है they are getting 200-300 applications minimum. DreamSet is a very small company, हमारा उतना spotlight नहीं है, and जब भी हम कुछ opening डालते हैं then we get 300-500 applications. Now if you take the same situation with bigger studios, they get thousands of applications.
Absolutely.
And अगर तुम सोच रहे हो कि वहाँ पे 100 लोगों की टीम है HR में, नहीं है. वहाँ पे जितनी भी टीम है they are always underpowered. Business बनाना होता है, they cannot hire too many people as well. So try to stand out. हर कोई आपके portfolios में जाके नहीं देखेगा. It's not our job to make sure that you have submitted everything. Let me get this straight. It is your responsibility to make sure you have submitted everything. It is your responsibility to make sure you have highlighted your qualities. And it is just the fact, if there is something lacking, you'll just be skipped. If you are an artist, please submit your portfolio. You must be surprised कितने सारे लोग सिर्फ CV भेजते हैं without any portfolio, right? That is something that you have to do. Portfolio भेजो. If you are an artist, your portfolio is as important as your CV. So basic stuff यार, everyone knows that. बस मुझे कभी भी लगता है कि जल्दी में send all करने के चक्कर में इतने सारे जगह चले जाते हैं कि they don't check कि क्या सही जा रहा है, क्या सही नहीं जा रहा है. And try to work on your profile in the sense कि participate in extra competition, participate in magazines. काफी सारे I'm not really sure अभी क्या prevalent है, but at one point there were a lot of art magazines and books that came yearly in which you can publish your artwork if you get selected. Send it over there and keep an attitude कि चलो send तो करो, select नहीं हुआ वो अलग बात है.
Manu, coming back on the DreamSet Interactive, let's talk about your organization. I was doing a little bit of research, तो मैंने देखा कि they are the clients that you're having, they are known both nationally and internationally. मैं आपके एक डिवीजन के बारे में जानना चाहता हूँ और व्यूअर्स को बताना चाहता हूँ, वो है the VR, virtual reality. Please can you guide the viewers what exactly is VR and किस तरीके से उसकी सर्विसेज आप प्रोवाइड करते हैं? I am personally want to know about it.
Okay, so VR, virtual reality. So it is a technology which is not very new. It is quite old. As far as I know, 80s maybe ये था, but the technology wasn't that good, so it died off for a few decades, and then it came back to life again in around 2010, 2009. Again, don't quote me on the dates, but around that time VR वापस push up हुआ था, and I was introduced into that in Ubisoft itself, because again Ubisoft, they're always looking into coming technologies. So I have been into the VR space since then. I have been working in VR for the past 7-8 years, I would say. And the way the technology works is basically it's trying to mimic real life. So whenever you are जब भी कुछ एक्सप्लोर कर रहे होते हो, तुम्हारा लेफ्ट आई है, राइट आई है, दोनों के दोनों स्लाइटली डिफरेंट पिक्चर्स देखते हैं, जिसकी वजह से तुम्हें 3D इफेक्ट दिखता है. And again, जब भी तुम सर हिलाते हो, then of course your view also changes, your picture changes in a nutshell. So what that technology does is, वो तुम्हारे सर को track करेगा, and तुम्हारे सर के positioning के हिसाब से तुम्हारे आंखों के सामने दो screens होंगे, screens में picture डालेगा. And it is all there is a lot of definition that happens कि क्या चीज VR है, क्या चीज नहीं है. 360 video काफी लोग VR बोलते हैं, so it's not exactly VR, it's a 360 video. Actual VR is a real-time picture that you have that your head tracks and you have control in the virtual space. So yeah, that is basic VR. जो हमारा VR creatives था वो VR technology को लेते हुए आगे बढ़ा है, and we are doing that right now as well. We have done projects for Adobe, we have done it for Goel TMT. So there's a lot of localized industries as well as bigger companies that we work with VR in. And for us, luckily, it played a very big role. There was a very big buzz, and there is a very big buzz of VR. So it helped us introduce ourselves with bigger companies. जैसा आपने बोला, हमारे काफी अच्छे clientele है, तो VR has been a very good proposition and offering that we provide them. And yeah, it's a new technology. I feel अभी तो enthusiast वाले realm में ज़्यादा है, but give it a few years, it is going to be a very prominent medium to absorb.
Because when I talk about VR, जो मुझे समझ में आता है, that is gaming.
Yeah.
Right. जो मुझे समझ में आता है, that is Matrix. All right.
Yeah.
Being in a virtual world. व्यूअर शायद ये जानना चाहें, मैं ये जानना चाहता हूं कि इसकी सर्विसेज जो प्रोवाइड कराई जाती हैं, इन व्हाट फॉर्मेट, किस तरह से कराई जाती हैं?
Okay, so again, I have a very limited experience in terms of what services we can provide in VR. VR एक बहुत नई टेक्नोलॉजी है, काफी लोग VR को मेडिसिन में लेके गए हैं, मिलिट्री में लेके गए हैं. Again, it's a new technology. I will not call it that I have the entire learning how to apply it in different industries. But in a nutshell, VR is a very personal experience. You just imagine you have a control to narrate and to direct your own commercial in a nutshell. जब भी टीवी में कमर्शियल आता है, वीडियो है, तुम उसमें कैमरा एंगल चेंज नहीं कर सकते, तुम उसमें एक्शन चेंज नहीं कर सकते. You are stuck with what you have. So VR gives you that freedom. It's a very experience-based commercial that you can control in a nutshell. Again, people use this in very different ways. Different industry में training purposes के लिए भी use होता है. But in the spectrum that we offer our services, it is to showcase brands and what. To showcase brand in a virtual way, but in our case, a person can control how they see it.
Manu, what about the placements? Is your company looking for new talents right now?
We are looking for new talents. Right now, we are, again, coming back to 2020, one big impact that we have had is with the manpower. Not really projects, but manpower. There's a lot of shuffling that happened. And the touchwood, the good thing is that the team that we had before, they got better opportunities. It is so again, everyone grows, and we are looking forward in replacing those positions. And yeah, we have all our current openings available in our website if you can check it. Yeah, and we update it quite frequently as well.
And अगर इन नए टैलेंट्स में से कोई आपसे कम्युनिकेट करना चाहता है, कोई आपसे मिलना चाहता है, तो what is the best way to contact you?
Okay, so I think the best way to contact me for recruitment is via our website. If you check in our website, there's an email address. You can just drop us your CV, your portfolio. It really helps us to choose the best candidate once we are sure that everyone is collected. So going through that channel is the best way. And we'll get back to the candidate once we are there.
All right then. So I just hope that through this interview session, I hope that the viewers, the art students, or जिस भी फील्ड में आप इंटरेस्टेड हैं, after watching this interview, after watching this session, it's going to be helpful to you. It's going to be a big guidance for you. It's going to create a guidance for you. इसी उम्मीद के साथ में, Manu, I wish you all the very best and once again, I thank you so very much on behalf of the entire team of Drawing House. Thank you so much for taking out time for this interview. And hopefully very soon we'll meet and we'll have a lot of things to discuss together.
I hope to. I'm always inviting you to our place and make out some time, come over.
Definitely. We'll do that. All right then, Manu, thank you so much once again. Thank you for your time. See you soon.
Thank you, Samya. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.